This is someone called The Final Answer, which sounds like Nazi stuff.
Well, we're back, I guess, with some more Nazi stuff. I'd like to talk about ActualJake's video on Lily Phillips. She being the woman who slept with over 100 men in a single day. ActualJake accused me last time of hiding behind books. An exceptionally weird insult. And the book today I'll be hiding behind is The Case Against the Sexual Revolution. It's a really good book and a good countervail against ActualJake's position.
Matt Walsh is very upset about people consenting to do things that he wouldn't do.
The Nazi position, in case it isn't clear, is to be concerned for women, in this case. To be concerned for women that are doing things that isn't conducive to happiness. Having intercourse with 100 men. Probably not a good idea. Very controversial.
Lily Phillips is a woman who recently went viral. She decided to have sex with 100 men in one night.
In fact, it's an adult that just consented to do things with other adults?
I won't mask the words as my own. I'll read directly from the aforementioned book. Liberal feminism in its populist guise is focused mostly on a woman's right to choose, or consent, construed incredibly thinly. Everything and anything goes as long as you choose or consent to it at the time. What this misses out, of course, is that people can be pressured by peers or partners or wider cultural forces into believing that they want things which later they come to recognize as bad for them. Like, for example, having sex with 100 men in one day. And just to be clear, as an adult, I think she should be able to do it. But we should, as a society, admonish this behaviour, not celebrate it like ActualJake does. It would seem obvious to most people that we should discourage this type of behaviour. But for them, this is liberating because a woman is choosing, free from the shackles of conservative prudishness.
And she's saying that it was a pretty horrible experience. What do you know? It wasn't very enjoyable.
Feeling. I don't know how to explain it, like...
It's not like just having sex with someone.
Yeah. Just one in, one out, like it feels intense.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely.
I guess maybe the piano and then... So their little lizard brains, Matt Walsh's little brain is like cued by the piano music? I don't even understand.
If she looks sad after what is understandably not a pleasant experience, that's just the piano music, you guys. Let's watch the clip without piano music to see if she looks any happier.
Intense.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's okay. Just take
1 minute.
Still seems sad? Well, ActualJake offers another explanation.
What? And so they think that she's like sad or something because her eyes were probably watering during the experience.
It's hard to tell if he's genuinely that naive. It's pretty obvious that she's upset, and it's pretty funny that ActualJake doesn't give a shit while pretending to care about women.
Feminists demand that we celebrate a woman's sexual freedom, but then when a woman makes a really bad choice with her sexual freedom, suddenly she's a damsel in distress and it's everyone's fault but her own.
This is where I slightly disagree with Matt. I do see her as a victim of leftist ideology. They consistently pretend that there's no biological differences between men and women.
What are you talking about? If this is one guy having sex with 100 women, you wouldn't care? It's like women and men are going to have a different kind of relationship with sex because of the way the patriarchy works, man.
According to Jake, the reason men and women have a different relationship with sex is because of the patriarchy. So by changing these cultural norms, say for example, having sex with 100 men, you're fighting the patriarchy. You go, girl. Even though we know this is stupid, because of the concept of parental investment. Through biology, women bear the burden of producing offspring. It suits men if women are licentious. You're doing something you don't want to do for the benefit of porn users who are majority men. And left-wingers will tell you that you're fighting the patriarchy. How embarrassing. And that's the irony in this whole thing. Feminists who are meant to be looking out for your interests are encouraging you to do something that's conducive to disaster. Oh, but she says she wants to do it. Let's look at Linda Lovelace, porn actress, later anti-porn activist. Again, to quote from the book, this is a consistent pattern. Women who have worked in the industry will conform to the liberation narrative while they're still part of that industry, and share the dark side of their experiences only once they've left. And this actress said, "One by one, all my boundaries were crossed. Did I ever tell my fans that? Of course not. If you had asked the fans, I did the most hardcore sex scenes because I got into porn to act out all my fantasies on camera." That's gonna sound familiar.
And so now I do this job because I love it so much.
I love it so much.
Definitely.
Sorry. Okay. It's okay. Just take
1 minute. And so now I do this job because I love it so much.
You'd have to be an idiot to believe that narrative.
What? And so they think that she's like sad or something because her eyes were probably watering during the experience.
Yeah, if you say so, buddy.
To me, obviously money in every job is a big thing, but it's not about the money for me. It's about
You said you did this to give back to your OnlyFans that afforded your lifestyle.
It's nothing to do with money, guys. She's just a party girl looking for a good time. If she just happens to make a buck or two while doing it, then so be it. It's liberating.
You think that there must surely be some kind of like moral issue here for you to describe, but that you can't find one. They all consented.
This is why this is so funny. It's a woman being degraded and humiliated in order to get money. And you would think the anti-capitalist feminist would speak up, but no, it's the other way around. He's celebrating the fact that a woman who's desperate for fame and money is potentially ruining her life. What about the woman who was paid to choke herself and end up dying? Wow, so liberating, I guess. They both consented and she wanted the money.
Are they all tested?
So testing wasn't mandatory, but it was obviously what's the word?
A requirement, desirable?
There'd be priority if they got a test.
Okay.
Testing wasn't a priority. That sounds kind of dangerous.
Not if you take the correct precautions. You're not testing these people. You're not. You said they're not mandatory.
I wouldn't be able to do what I want to do.
You're not. You would be able to do what you want to do. You're just not caring.
I wouldn't be able to find 100 guys to show
test
what.
She's admitting to not screening these guys properly because she needed to get 100 people. So the guy here asks why she didn't go for less, maybe 30 guys.
But what difference would it make? Why did you need that 100? Whether it's
would
30,
you not go more viral and be more successful?
No.
If it says fucked 100
That's not
guys
successful.
in one day.
So she's sacrificing her safety because she wants to go more viral. But yeah, it's not about the money. It's because you love it so much. Tee-hee. But yeah, anti-capitalist, feminist, ActualJake doesn't care. A woman desperate for money and fame being exploited by the greedy porn industry for the benefit of men? Who cares? Oh yeah, she's just doing it because she loves it. I forgot. But when Mr. Beast cures people's blindness for content, that's exploitation, you guys. Remember, curing people's blindness for content is exploitation. The porn industry paying someone to have sex with 100 people for the benefit of men, not exploitation. That's liberation.
Impoverished people for content, harvesting their fucking tears and their struggle for the enrichment of themselves, for a pittance in their opinion.
But what's the problem with Mr. Beast curing their blindness? Did they not consent? Even if you believe that Lily Phillips was happy doing what she was doing, are the blind people not happy to have their blindness cured? Why is one exploitation and the other not?
You think that there must surely be some kind of like moral issue here for you to describe, but that you can't find one. They all consented. I don't know why they're all upset.
What's surprising, Jake, is that you're not upset. A woman being exploited in exchange for money at the behest of men? Sounds like your job.